Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived. Week 2 NFL season has begun, and I'm here with my boys to dissect it and figure out what we're going to bet this weekend. And we have a lot to go over for sure. I'm your boy Adam. I got Ben below me. I have Michael over here, and I got Randy somewhere in this corner that way. Yes, right there. So, gentlemen, how are we doing this evening?
Doing good.
Okay. Like I said, a lot to go over, a lot to dissect from week 1. We learned some things, or did we learn things? Is my question. I mean,
we haven't learned nothing yet.
We've learned that we haven't learned, probably. But we did make some great bets. Y'all were fabulous in week 1. 9 out of 11 of your lock bets were winners, and the parlay that I picked at the end from your bets also won. So if you followed us, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like this, and put any bets in this weekend, you made some money. Even with the 2 losses, if you had put in the same amount of money on every bet with the parlay, you would have been plus money this weekend. So kudos to you 3 gentlemen. Thank you so much for that. Let's dive right into week 2. And while going into week 2, we will also talk about what happened a little bit in week 1. We're going to start out with a Thursday night game. Vikings at Eagles. Eagles -7 on the money line, or on the line, and then 48.5 is the implied total. Eagles looked a little weird in Foxborough. Maybe it has something to do with the Tom Brady day. Vikings look horrible, and I think we all were on that Vikings can't cover. I know Randy was for sure.
And they can't cover points or receivers.
Can't cover anybody. Obviously, can't even get to Baker Mayfield and sack him. But it was a rough day. So, gentlemen, Michael, let's start with you. What do you have, if anything, of bet wise, and how do you outlook this game?
This one's a pretty good size spread depending on where you're looking. I mean, what is it, -6.5, -7, depending on the site. Mm-hmm. Philly. It's at Philly. It's a short week, and honestly, Philly's probably got the corners to help slow down Jefferson. I don't think anybody can just completely shut him out. I like Philly to cover this one just because it's a short week. It's in Philly, and I mean, the Vikings couldn't even beat Tampa, unfortunately. I know it was week 1, but I don't think that's a good Tampa team, and I don't think week 2 is the time to turn it around just yet for the Vikings. So I got Philly covering. That defensive front for Philly is going to get in Cousins' face all day. He's not the most mobile guy, so I think it's going to be a long night for Cousins. And it's Cousins on primetime, so.
Yeah, let's not forget that.
Yeah, that's a big part of this.
Yeah.
Randy, what do you got on this game, sir?
I actually like the over. It's at 48.5. I think one of these teams probably pushes to 30. Minnesota taking the L against Tampa Bay. I don't think they'll do that 2 nights or 2 weekends in a row. I think they get it done. Both teams probably score 25 to 27 apiece and should easily get the over. The over right now is at -115 on FanDuel.
Gotcha. Ben, what do you have?
I'm actually going to go with Minnesota +7 on the spread. I mean, looking at the stats from last week, the Vikings, they outgained the Bucs by 5.9 yards per play. So if they can keep that up, even against the great Philly defense that they're supposed to have, even though Matt Jones carved them up pretty good, in that game, believe it or not. I go with Minnesota. I mean, Philly doesn't look good in their first game, and I don't see it getting any better in their second game, to be honest.
The Eagles had some issues, yeah, for sure, in that game. They didn't look like themselves.
They did early.
They did early. Yeah.
They looked really good.
And like I said, they got a little bit weird.
They took their foot off the gas.
The Vikings looked exactly like themselves. they are who we thought they are or were, however Denny Green said that, RIP. But it was bad. It was bad all the way around for them. And I think the usage, they only gave Jefferson, only passed it to him twice in the second half for 12 yards. The guy is not going to extend his contract before the season started. He's playing. It doesn't look good in Minnesota if they can't keep him happy, because that is their future. So, y'all got any final thoughts on this game before we move on?
I don't think so. I don't like this game enough to lock anything in.
Yeah, I don't either.
Okay. We're going to move on to Sunday then. First game I have on my slate. Packers at Falcons. Falcons at home plus 1.5 is the spread right now. 40.5 is the total. Ben, I'll let you start with it. The Packers, Jordan Love, looking good. And the Falcons got a win that you locked in last week. You locked in Falcons to cover the spread against the Panthers, and they did at home. They're at home again. What do you look forward to in this game?
It's those sneaky good Atlanta Falcons that I talked about last week. This game, though, I'm gonna love. He looked really good in his first game, as the starter for Green Bay. But also, I know it was against probably the worst team in the league, Chicago Bears. They looked just dreadful.
That's all debatable. That's all debatable about worst team in the league right now.
Well, I mean, they look the worst out of really everybody.
Well, there's the Giants.
The Giants, but for the Giants, once we get to their game, they had a lot of things happen that was kind of odd. So I think the Giants would be better. But Green Bay, I would go with the money line on this one. I have minus 120. What do you have?
Yeah, I haven't looked at it, but I know these two have.
Yeah, I'll go with. Okay, yeah, I'll go with Green Bay on this one. I mean, Jordan Love threw for 245 yards and 3 touchdowns, and completed over 50% of his passes. So, I mean, and the Atlanta defense does look better, like a lot better, but I don't think they're up there yet. So I'll take Green Bay.
Michael, what you got on this one?
I mean, it's gonna. I mean, the Vegas has probably got it right dead on the line. I mean, I like Green Bay because it just seemed like Love took care of the football this week. I mean, he made the right reads, he made the right throws, he didn't try to do too much. I think realistically, Green Bay's offense is probably a little better than Atlanta's, depending on how. Atlanta didn't seem to use their wide receivers very much this past week, so they got 2 good running backs. But I like Green Bay money line. I think that's where I lie on this game.
Randy?
I'm going to take a weird bet. I'm going to take the under on 7.5 in the third quarter. I don't like either one of these teams. I think they both come back down. I kind of like the under on the game altogether. But, yeah, I'll take the under on a touchdown, and I get that half a point, which is important. So I'll take the under on the minus 7.5 third quarter, and it is minus 116 on FanDuel.
Okay. I like that bet. Ben, why not take the spread with minus 1.5 for the Packers? A little bit more money. I mean, do you not feel they cover? Or?
It is. And, I mean, yeah, the 1.5, yeah, I mean, you could do both. I mean, I won't be opposed to that. I mean, but they will cover the 1.5. I mean,
you think? Okay.
Yeah.
I was just making sure of that. Anybody else want to chime in on this game? Any final thoughts? Moving on. Packers opponents from last week, the Bears, versus the Bucks in Tampa. Tampa -3, total 41.5. Randy, do we see anything out of the norm? I mean, Baker, he played the Vikings last week. I don't think we can judge anything from that. the Bears, Justin Fields, I don't know if we can judge his performance off of week 1 against the Packers. Are we going to learn more about these teams, and is there any bets that we can make on this game?
I think the Bears defense is a lot better than Tampa Bay's defense. I think they go on the road and kind of answer and bounce back a little bit from last week. I actually like the Bears to win the first half, and it's plus 126.
Okay. Ben, what do you have on this game?
I mean, looking at it, to me, I think Fields is just not the right QB for Chicago. I mean, I just don't think Fields is a good QB in general. Like I said last week, he's a better fantasy QB than he is a real life QB.
I'm pretty sure there's one on this panel that doesn't even think he's a QB at all.
Yes, but in this one, I'll take the under. I got the under at 41.5.
Yes.
I think both teams are going to struggle scoring this one.
Michael?
I actually want to go opposite on it. I want to lock in over on this one. Both defenses to me really aren't that good. I think at worst, I think Fields gets a touchdown in this one rushing. I really do like the over. I mean, 41.5 doesn't seem like a lot. I mean, Tampa looked all right scoring this past week. I mean, even the Bears scored what, 20? I can't remember what the score ended up being.
I can't remember either.
I just don't trust either defense, to be honest. I mean, if I recall, Tampa wasn't very good against the run last year, and I mean that's really what Chicago does best. DJ Moore knows Tampa a little bit better, so I assume he'll get open a little easier against them than maybe some other teams. So I want to lock in over on this one at 41.5. I don't trust either team to be very good defensively. And I think Chicago at least try to open it up a little more, get Fields more downfield on throws. So that's where I'm at there.
Fair enough. Gentlemen, any final thoughts on this game? Okay. We'll keep it moving. Seattle at Detroit. Detroit is minus 5.5. Total is 47. Seattle's coming off that loss to the Rams, and the Lions are coming off that huge win against Kansas City on Thursday night, opening night. Michael, what do you have on this game, if anything?
Am I allowed to pick Seahawks?
Ask Randy first, okay?
Yeah.
I didn't know if you're supposed to pick them on another game first before you picked them.
I think that's the rule, but
I like the Seahawks to bounce back. I think they win. I think Detroit's a really good team. I think Detroit might actually be a surprise good team this year. I mean, their offense should be just as good as last year. Their defense looked pretty solid. But I like Seattle to bounce back and win this. I think they'll play a little harder. Nobody wants to start the year off 0-2. So I got Seattle winning.
Randy, what do you have on this?
I think this team and this game, these teams are pretty close. I feel like if Gino looks anything like he did last year instead of last week, I actually like the over on FanDuel of 47. I think that both these teams can score. Neither defense is really that scary. So I think that both teams have a good chance of putting up some points here. Seattle's going to look to bounce back after that terrible loss to the Rams. And then Detroit riding a high. They'll probably come back down to earth a little bit, but they're still going to put up points. They're at home. Golf is much better at home than he is on the road. So I like the over on 47.
Ben, what do you have?
I'm going to lock in my pick on this game. I'm going with Detroit minus 5.5 is what I have on FanDuel for the spread.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to lock it in. I mean, Detroit's coming off a mini bye, you could say, after playing Kansas City. And Detroit just looks to me like a team that's on a mission. And looking at, I think they're going to, beat Green Bay for, their
division.
That division. And because I don't see anybody else really in that division being that competitive. So,
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Yes, you're welcome. Yeah, I mean, the Vikings have issues. So
We do. We do.
yeah, I mean, you really do. I mean, it stretched back to last year. So
Beyond last year, but I get what you're saying.
yeah, and I'm just gonna. I mean, I'll call it right now. Detroit's gonna win that division. I really believe it. So
You want to lock that in?
I'll lock that one in too.
Should have locked it in the preseason, but okay. I mean,
I know. I'm a Detroit believer, so I believe in the Lions.
I don't
You
know
believe
why.
in Atlanta? You believe in the Rams?
What's? I mean, I don't understand why you would be believing in Detroit, which is a city and a town in I don't know the state of Michigan.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I have no idea. In the infamous words of Geno Smith, "Oh my God."
Yeah.
I will, unless y'all have anything else, I will move on. Next game on the docket, still in the 1 p.m. slate. Raiders traveling all the way from Vegas to Buffalo. The Bills are mad. They're pissed. They're angry. They're upset. And Josh Allen just does not look good as an elite quarterback. Bills are favored by minus 9.5. And the implied total is 47. Randy.
Yeah, I got 8.5 from FanDuel, by the way. So
Okay. Well, FanDuel, it went down in the last hour because it was 9.5 when I put this board up. So, But Randy, go ahead with it.
Well, I mean, just like you just said, I mean, the Bills are pissed off. Josh Allen had a terrible game. They're trying to get some of these new weapons worked in. They got new running backs. Trying to get Cook as a starting running back. Kincaid looked pretty good on the outside, running a few routes out of the slot. I just think the Bills get rolling here, and that's why I'm going to take the under on the game because I think they actually played pretty terrible, and I think they're actually going to continue to play pretty terrible. I think Allen just doesn't look right. He hasn't looked right since the elbow injury, and I think this game goes under the 47. Las Vegas might not score 7, so I'm just not feeling it. I think this game slow and low.
Ben, Jimmy G got hurt on his first play last week.
yeah,
He did stay. He came back in the game, made it through the game. He beat Russ of the Broncos. Aside from that, do you
that's
have
not saying
anything?
much. Yeah,
That's not saying much. Aside from that, do you have anything on this game? Any belief system of any team?
I don't really. I mean, not that I would bet them. I mean, I know Buffalo's going to win, but the money line doesn't really look worth it. Las Vegas didn't seem like they could run the ball at all against Denver. Like saying Jimmy G is their quarterback. I don't have any faith in him. I never have. And that Buffalo defense is just going to be even more pissed off about what happened after last night. So I myself have no bets for this game.
Michael, we sat here last week and said the same thing about the Bills. We know the Bills are going to win the game, especially if, Aaron Rodgers does a Zach Wilson impersonation, like Randy said, and we didn't know it was actually going to be Zach Wilson for all
That's
the
a
game.
pretty good impersonation. He looked just like him.
I absolutely like the guy.
Yeah.
But, Michael, with that being said, we've said, like I said, they're going to win this game. You got anything on this game?
I mean, I like the Raiders to cover. I mean, 8.5. I still got 9.5 on what I'm looking at, but at 9.5, I mean, that's a lot of points for a Raiders team that's not bad. They may not have a chance at winning the division necessarily, but I mean, it's probably still an 8 or 9 win team. And I mean, the NFL, man, that kind of spread is usually what you would see versus like Washington or the Cardinals or something like that. Like that's a massive spread for two teams that should be highly competitive. So I think Vegas covers. I do think the Bills win, but I mean, at 9.5 easy, I think they cover.
We have anything else on this game, gentlemen? Anything we want to talk about?
No, I'm good.
No.
We'll move it on to the Chargers and Titans. Chargers again, another team coming from the West Coast. East Coast early time zone game. Titans are +3 at home with an implied total of 45. Ben, what do you have in this game, if anything?
I got the Chargers this game. I got I don't know what you have on your end, but I got -3 on the spread for them.
Correct. Yes.
I have them covering that all day. And their offense, if they can keep it going like they did against the Dolphins, I think Kansas City is going to be, in trouble for that division too. So I will take Chargers -3 on the spread. What the over under is 45?
45.
Yeah.
45. I would take the over too on this game. I think
The Chargers
probably score 45 by themselves. So.
I'm about to say they're probably going to have to in order to get this over.
Yeah.
Okay. Randy, what do you have on this?
I got 2 plays here. I'd like to lock one in. Let me get the Chargers -2.5 at -132. And I think I'm going to go all the way up to -6.5 at +154 with the Chargers as well. I think they just come in and smash. I think that Herbert's probably going to make an MVP case this year. He looked pretty good in week 1. I think he just keeps it going in week 2.
Michael?
I'm also going to lock Chargers to cover here. I'm showing -3, -2.5, -3. I'm good with either one, but I want to lock in Chargers cover. Tennessee just doesn't appear to have anything to really fight back with. I mean, they got Derrick Henry, but I mean, the Chargers have plenty of pieces on defense to slow him down. I mean, they don't have any wide receivers. I mean, they've got D-Hop, yeah, but I don't think they got the quarterback to get it to D-Hop consistently. So I like Chargers to cover -3. Lock it.
Somebody remind me and let me know. The Titans did not score a touchdown last week, did they?
I don't think
Or was
so.
Was it all field goals?
I think it was all field goals. They might have had one touchdown, but I don't think it was throwing.
I mean, I think you said it best when you said So, I mean, I can't really add much to that. I feel like you've already broke it down.
That's what the Titans look like.
Let's see. It says right here, Tannehill was the 26th ranked quarterback week 1. So that's all you need to know.
That's it. That's
that's
That
all you
might
need
be
to know.
26 too high.
Yeah.
well. There's some people who didn't even make the full game. So
Yeah.
Hey, Ron.
Rodgers played his heart out for that series.
4 offensive plays and his leg snap.
Yep.
The guy in the next game did not make the full game either, and we are talking about the Ravens versus the Bengals. Joe Burrow did not complete the game.
See ya.
Bye, Randy. We'll see you.
I wonder what my heading will be next week.
Yeah.
Ravens versus Bengals. Bengals are at home. They're -3.5, and the total is 46.5. Just quickly, I'm going to stop right here. There were some receipts that need to be pointed out. Fuller's got one above.
Yeah.
We'll have this clip from last week. One moment, please.
Yeah, Cincinnati's going to come in here, and they're going to wipe the floor with Cleveland. I mean, I know you guys like the other side. I'm cool with – you can go ahead and put me down for this, log it in. Give me money line Cincinnati at -134. Give me Cincinnati -2.5 at 110. I mean – Cincinnati the whole way. They're going to win this game. Easy.
So, yeah, that was the clip from last week where that happened. So, as we go into this week, Randy, Ravens, Bengals, what does your team have?
3 points on the season.
Okay.
Pretty strong.
What's your
field
thoughts on
goal.
the 0.5 touchdowns scored by the Bengals this week?
I'm going to take the over on 0.5 touchdowns. I'm actually going to take the Ravens with the point spread 3.5. I think both teams are pretty close. This division is just going to play close games no matter what. Each team is going to beat each other up. It's going to be physical games. Cincinnati look like they're going to be getting off to a slow start. I mean, Burrow didn't practice at all in the offseason with the injury or whatever. So, I don't know. I'm just going to take the 3.5 points with Baltimore. It's -115 over on FanDuel.
Michael, you got anything on this game?
Yeah, I'm with Randy. It's gonna be close. I mean, if I would take anything, it would just be like Bengals money line. Like I don't even know if I trust the 3.5. Like it. So I would go Bengals money line. I think they win at home. good teams, man, it's hard for them to start 0-2. And I think the Bengals are a good team overall. I mean, definitely had to work out some rust on week one, but I mean, going to Cleveland week one with that defense is kind of tough, especially when your quarterback hadn't practiced for 3 weeks.
And typically, when a good team like that gets smashed, they usually bounce back pretty well too.
I agree with that. Yeah. So I'm gonna go money line Bengals. That's how I feel. These teams being division teams, man, it's gonna be close. So even with 3.5, it's pretty easy for one team to score a late touchdown to win the game, and it messed that whole 3.5 up.
Ben, what do you have, if anything, on this game?
I go Baltimore 3.5 on the spread. I mean, it took Burrow a while last season too with his appendix to get going. So he may just be the type of guy that takes a while to get going after a couple of games. So the Bengals will eventually right the ship, if you want to call it. I mean, it's only one game. It's not like it's the ship sinking or anything. So, but Cincinnati should be fine. I got Baltimore plus 3.5 spread. That's all I have.
I personally now, after seeing what happened to Aaron Rodgers, am okay with Burrow taking all that time to, nurse that calf back to health. You don't want that injury, to linger, and then something happened that happened last night, especially when you're paying that man all that money. But
unfortunately, his offensive line's not very good. So
yeah, it's not.
Orlando Brown out here looking like Orlando Bloom trying to block on the left side.
I still can't believe Orlando Brown's still in the league. I mean, dang.
Well, they're doing. I was watching McAfee today. They're doing cut blocking at the Jets offensive line, and Rodgers does not like cut blocking at all. But the offensive line coordinator, they don't want to change the scheme. So
the good news is he won't have to worry about it the rest of the season.
He didn't like it at all because he clocked right in, turned around, clocked right out, hit the road.
Exactly.
Yeah, that did happen. We're going to move on to the Colts Texans matchup of two rookie QBs. One looked really good in Anthony Richardson. The other one, C.J. Stroud, marginal, but he did not throw an interception, so that was a key point. Ben, what do you have? This is a +1 on the Texans at home with a 40-point total. What do you have on this game?
Yeah. I have, let's see here. I'm going to take the over, actually, in this game. Okay. I could see, both defenses struggling. I could see Stroud, actually doing something against this Colts defense. I know it's two rookie QBs, but I think Stroud has the weapons as long as he can, find them. That seems to be his problem from last week. I mean, he has, Schultz, and he didn't really even use him last week. So I have the over.
Did we do homework, gentlemen, and learn some more Texans wide receiver names, or no?
Oh, I got you.
Does it matter?
I mean, you want
2. Give me 2.
Nathaniel, Tank, Dell, Nico Collins.
Okay. There you go. I like it.
Yeah.
There we go. Randy, I will go ahead and kick it to you about this game. Do you have any bets on this game?
Well, just like Ben was saying earlier, it's kind of like a mini buy, right? This game's really small, and he went one way, so I'm going to go ahead and go the other. Okay. I'm going to take the under on the Colts team total. I think it goes under 20.5. You can get that on FanDuel at -132. I did like the way that Richardson played in game one, but I disagree. I think this Texans defense is actually pretty good. DeMeco Ryans, great defensive coordinator. Looked like he's going to be a great head coach getting started off. I don't think he wanted Stroud. I think the owner wanted Stroud. This owner is probably the worst owner in sports. I think this defense locks up the Colts this weekend. I think the Colts go under.
Michael, what do you have, sir?
Honestly, the fact that y'all flip-flop segues perfect for me because personally, I would just stay out of this game. I don't want to bet on two rookie quarterbacks because you just don't know. I mean, hell, there could be 4 touchdowns in this game, and neither one be an actual touchdown for the quarterback. Be 4 pick sixes. I mean, I just don't think
Shout
you
out
can
Daniel
trust.
Jones.
Huh?
Shout
Yeah.
out Daniel Jones with his
Yeah,
4 pick
thank you.
sixes.
I mean, if you had gun to my head, I'd probably go over because I feel like the quarterbacks will probably put their defenses in some bad spots. But me personally, I would just stay out of it. 2 rookie quarterbacks, you don't know how they're going to react. So that's where I'm at. I'd stay away from the game for me.
Fair enough. We will move on then, unless you have anything else, gentlemen. Good.
Nope.
Okay. Last game in the 1 o'clock window: Chiefs at Jaguars. Jaguars are +3 at home. Total is the highest on the board at 51.5. Michael, since you didn't have anything on the last game, anything to share with this game?
Nothing at all. No, I got Chiefs covered at -3. I mean, the Jaguars tried to lose to the Colts last week. And to me, they were a way more superior team to the Colts. I think Chiefs, there's no way Mahomes is letting them go into. There's no way. I mean, I assume the receivers are going to have some stickum out there this week, be able to catch that ball. So, yeah, I'm going to go Kansas City to cover -3, lock it in.
Ben, what do you have?
Yeah, I think Kansas City needs to trade for a receiver. I mean, somebody better than what they have. But I got Kansas City -3. I mean, I don't see them losing or even making this game really close. I mean, Mahomes is going to come out there, fire at Kelsey because Kelsey should be back. That's what they're saying. And I don't see his game being close. I got Kansas City -3.
I mean, if his receivers would just catch the ball when it's thrown to them, they would have won the first game.
That they would have, yeah.
Kadarius Toney gave him a pick 6. The ball was right here.
Yeah.
No, the ball was right here.
No, it was like right here.
No, yeah, it was literally like right
He was
there,
trying
and
to
just
do it like this or
yeah.
something, like just
Yeah.
Where were the balls at?
everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yes.
Randy, focus.
There's balls everywhere.
You got any picks for this game?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Kansas City over 27 team total. I know Mahomes is gonna be freaking irate after losing that game to Detroit. Get Kelsey back. Jacksonville's pretty terrible on every level of defense. They were one of the worst pass defenses in the game last year. I know they're at home. I think Jacksonville will probably keep it closer, probably within 7. But yeah, I think Kansas City at least gets 4 touchdowns.
If Kelsey isn't back, do you still like that?
If Kelsey isn't back, I don't like that at all. Kelsey isn't back. I'll probably take
you
the
have a
under in the
disclaimer
game.
when this doesn't work out.
I'll probably take the under in the game if Kelsey's not back.
I
But
agree
what
with
I've seen,
that.
I think he's back
Kelsey's a
this week.
big part of it.
Yeah, he's the only part of it right now. They need to go get Hollywood or Mike Evans. One of these wide receivers.
They needed Mike Evans would be perfect. Like,
They need something.
At this rate, Hopkins will be perfect too, right? I mean,
yeah, they probably should have signed him.
they
I
should have
mean,
done-
like Pookie and them from down at the store will probably be better than what they got right now.
well, Ben has a Pookie, or something like that.
Pookie?
I think it's
it's
tutu.
okay.
It's a tutu.
I do have a tutu. Yeah.
Hey,
And he
can anybody look up to see Puka had more receptions than the entire Kansas City receiving squad?
You
He had
No, he
12, right?
I know he did more than the Giants receiving squad.
I think
He
he
had
was
12,
more-
right?
I think he was like in the top 5 receivers for the week.
Yeah, the Rams ran out 2 like practice squad receivers, and they both racked up over 100 yards.
Yeah, I think Tutu and him both. So
And then Kansas City's got previous first-round picks out there handing the ball to the other team.
Yeah, it's only Mahomes right now. He's got no help. His best receiver probably was Noah Gray. I mean, he looked like he at least knew how to run a route.
Decent. Can Mahomes throw it to himself? Is that possible, or do you think that's too
I mean,
hard?
Stroud did and Desmond Ritter did.
Yeah, but Ritter didn't get any yards on his.
Yeah,
We shut him down. We didn't let him get any yards.
that was about the only play you guys shut him down on. But yeah,
And I mean, we shut him down. It was the running game that really got us.
Burns, man, Burns wants like $28 million a year. There's no chance you can sign him.
I mean, hell, he had like a sack and a half on the first series. Unfortunately, he disappeared after that, but he's trying.
I think the host fell asleep. I asked him to look at one thing. He just went to sleep.
Yeah, I was looking at this to see how many catches
I was
wide
just curious
receivers had.
because I know it has to be close. I don't think they caught many balls because Kadarius Toney dropped like 90% of balls thrown his way. Sky Moore was trash. Justin Watson looked like Justin Watson. I mean, he's a white dude playing wide receiver. He ain't gonna do much.
Does Darren Waller count as a receiver or tight end still?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, formally, what is he?
Maybe. Yeah.
Okay. Well, if he's not, if he's still a tight end, then the Giants wide receivers only had 7 receptions total as a wide receiver in core.
I mean, did he really move the needle that much for you add him back in?
10.
Oh, he had 10?
No, 3, so 10 total.
Oh, okay. I was like,
no, so but anyway, so I know
score with something with him giving 10. I was like,
I know Puka had at least 12. So
he had 10. He had 10.
Yeah. Oh, did he? Okay.
I thought he had 12, but he was 10 for 15 for 119.
Okay. Yeah, and so he beat the Giants, and I don't know about the.
I'm looking at it right now, but we can move on to the next game while I look it up.
Okay. We will do that, and it is Ben's Rams. 49ers. Let me slow down. Opens up the 4 p.m. slate. 49ers at Rams on Sunday. Rams are +8 with a 44 total. As long as this guy stays healthy and all his weapons around him, 49ers look dangerous. But, Ben, tell me how the Rams can win and what you think might be betting on this.
I have the Rams. Here I have +8.5, and I'll take the Rams at 8.5. They surprised me. I'm going to admit that they surprised me against the Seahawks Sunday. I was going to stay away from them betting at all under any Rams games, any Rams players, anything to do with a Ram. But after watching them, they actually have some talent there, and if they can keep Stafford upright, I think they'll be all right. So I got the Rams +8.5.
Randy, what do you have on this game?
So moving back to our last little point before we jumped into this game, Puka, whatever his name is, he did have the exact same amount of receptions as the KC wide receiver squad too. They both had 10.
Okay. That's crazy.
I'm gonna go under on the first half. San Francisco and Los Angeles. I think the Rams looked decent against the Seahawks, but this is a different kind of defense in San Francisco. And San Francisco's D, coupled with their offense, I mean, it's explosive with CMC, but they typically methodically move the ball down the field. That you don't see like big chunk plays really. I think Brandon Ayuk is still scoring touchdowns on that defense they played last week, but I'm gonna take the under 22.5 in the first half, -125 on FanDuel. I mean, I just think it's a lot of points in this matchup. A division game, they both know each other really well. Both these coaching staffs know each other really well. Yeah, give me the under.
Michael?
Would you take the under on the whole game, Randy, or do you think? Because I kind of feel like somebody's going to try and get ahead late. Maybe San Fran's up 2 or 3 scores, and the Rams come back and get a few scores too to make it. Because I kind of feel over for the whole game.
I took the under because for the whole game, it's 40. So you get that extra field goal in the first half. That's why I like the first half under.
Yeah.
I think it's probably about right for the whole game. It'd probably be around 40, 41, something like that.
Is that what it? Do you know what it's at?
I got it at 44.
Yeah, I got it at 44.
I still like it. I mean, I just don't see how the Rams are really going to slow down San Fran. And at the same time, I mean, if the Rams get down a good bit, I mean, they'll start chucking it. They'll get some points on the board. So I like the over for the whole game.
Yeah, we have trouble always with San Francisco stopping their run game. So I don't see any change happening in this one.
Is there anything else we want to?
The only thing about a team that can't stop the run is it keeps the clock moving. So like the game speeds up.
Yep. Unless they don't stop really big on so bad, CMC just rips off 60 yarders every time.
He did that last week, right? Didn't he rip off like
He had
a
one,
couple long touchdown runs?
76 or something like that. Yeah, it was big. Stat y'all should keep aware of is that Brock Purdy in every game that is a regular season game that he started, he's thrown for at least 2 touchdowns.
Big
Every
cock
single
Brock.
one of them. Every single one of them. So there's automatic two scores built in right there to whatever your total is. So let's go
One
from
quick
there.
question though.
Yes.
Why do you look like you have the dude from Toy Story's hat string in the front?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm the only one that's wearing earbuds, I guess, or I don't have wireless.
Oh, no, I got earbuds.
You got
Okay,
a little
you got
Woody action dangling in the front.
Yeah, well, I couldn't. I don't know. So they're new. I just didn't separate them. So we'll just let that slide. More entertainment though is this dangly string than the game I'm about to talk about. Yeah, y'all got any guesses?
I'm gonna take the dangly string minus
you-
3.5.
Yeah, if it includes the Giants or the Cardinals, yeah,
How about-
I'm definitely taking Dangly String.
Dangly string for the win. Yeah. So
Dangly string
Lock it
for
in.
a win, and
Yep.
yeah, because it is the Giants versus the Cardinals.
I mean, you're gonna if you put the Dangly String in a room with these two teams, they'd probably choke on it at this
Yes.
point. Like, they'd find a way to wrap themselves around it.
Yeah, we gotta keep them in a padded wall around those guys when they go in. +6 for the Cards at home, and the total is 39.5. Who wants to start this? Michael, jump on in.
Oh God, I was hoping you wouldn't pick me. I wanted to piggyback off somebody else in this one. I mean, on paper, the Giants should win. I don't necessarily like the 6 points for it, but I like the Giants to win. That's not going to really pay off much money line. I mean, I don't really see Arizona stopping Saquon, but if Daniel Jones is going to throw it into the defensive oblivion and have it picked off, it might not matter. I mean, I like the Giants to win. I really don't like anything else about this game. It's two teams I don't trust, and at this point, hell, the Giants might be tanking too. I mean, that was terrible. Might as well get Caleb Williams while you're at it.
I'm sure the Cards are scared for that, so they're going to try to play equally worse this week than they did last week. So
Yeah, but they tried to win last week. They almost screwed themselves.
it was a mistake. Ben, what do you have on this game?
I don't think the Giants are as bad as that game Sunday night. Like they had a lot of weird fluke things happen to them.
Like not scoring.
Yes, but I mean, if you look at their first drive, it looked like everything was going good. You know, they were running, they were throwing it good. I mean,
They were running. They were just running.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, the Titanic sailed off from the dock too.
I gotta take the throwing part back. Yeah, Daniel Jones was not doing any of that.
It was run and then run some more.
Yes, but I have the Giants spread. What? It's -4.
No, 6.
What? It's -6.
What do y'all have? What do you?
Ooh,
Where did
dang.
you look at your spreads today?
No, I have -6 as well right now, and I don't like
Yeah.
that.
Okay, right, yeah.
You might have the Giants spread eagle because they were getting bent over by the Cowboys on Sunday night.
That was that was definitely a thing for sure.
I'll just stay away from this game then. To be honest.
It's probably the safest play. Randy, before I jump in with you on this game, I don't know if you have anything, but I will say, good call last week on the what is it? Over half a touchdown scored by Arizona anyway, anyhow. You said somebody was going to fall in the end zone. Just happened to be a defensive lineman, fall in.
I'm going to take it.
Falling.
So I reviewed that video from last week and saw that Randy said if somebody can fall in. Well, sure enough, they did fall right in. That's all they did. Fall
Well,
in.
not both teams in this game can't say somebody fell into the end zone last week, though.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
So, Randy, you got any bets to make on this Giants-Cardinals game to make it anywhere interesting for anybody?
So Dable looked like a fiery coach. I think there was a play early in the game, if memory recalls, where somebody knocked Daniel Jones' head off on the sideline. It was real close to being a late hit, Daboll just threw his headset. He looked pissed off, yelling at the DB, getting emotional. So I think he's got to be pissed off from a loss. I'm going to take the first quarter over on 7 because I think the Giants score, probably get the extra point. I don't like anything else in this game, but if you can just get a touchdown and 1 extra point, get the push, maybe Arizona can screw around, get a field goal, something to put you over the top. I don't love anything in this game, but if I was going to bet something, it'd be that.
Fair enough. This game just screams pass, but because it's in the 4 p.m. slate, there's only 4 games this week, so we'll be watching, sadly, a decent bit of it on Red Zone.
And it looked like there was a lot more scoring in the 4 o'clock window than there was in the 1 o'clock games. I mean, every game in 4 o'clock was, 20, 21 or above total at halftime.
Yeah, but these 4 o'clock games this week may be an outlier or back to the regression of the norm for this because as we get into it, I'll let y'all figure this out. The next game, unless we have anything more on this Giants Cards game.
I just wanted to correct you about seeing this game on Red Zone. I highly doubt you'll see much of this on Red Zone.
Only 4 games. We will have to.
Oh, I know. I just highly doubt there's going to be a lot of Red Zone on this game.
Moving on, Jets at Cowboys. Cowboys minus 9.5, 39.5 again, another 39.5 total game. We all know what happened last night with Aaron Rodgers. He ain't coming back. Probably never, but we'll soon to figure it out. Cowboys defense looking absolutely nasty from what they did to the Giants, and everybody drinking that Kool-Aid in Jerry World. So, Ben, what do you have on this game?
Well, I have. What do you have as the spread on your end?
9.5.
Yeah. Let's see. Is Dak Prescott a better QB than Josh Allen?
Oh, we're going to do a checklist again.
Let's do a checklist. Every time we have a Dallas game, we should go through a checklist, you know?
Dak better than Josh Allen?
Yes, because you got to look at that.
Week 1, Josh Allen, maybe.
I know.
The Jets made Josh Allen look horrible. So.
Exactly. I think the Jets' defense is a really good defense. I mean, everybody's agreement with that. Mm-hmm. Dallas's defense, good also. They're playing against, Wilson over there. Well, 2 Wilsons, but
you better hide your mom.
Yeah.
Hide your mom, put your kids. No, just your mom. Just your mom.
Just your mom.
We're not talking about Wander Franco here.
Yeah, no.
True. She told me she was 16. But 18.
Always an ID. ID first. Anyways.
They make fakes. They make fake IDs now.
Get back to this game. It's going to be a defensive battle. Dak Prescott led the league last year in interceptions. He didn't even play half the year.
Hold it up a little higher.
Okay. It's a good idea.
I believe you. Yeah. I'm going to take the under on this game. It's I got minus 115 on DraftKings.
For 39.5? Yeah.
No, I got on DraftKings. It's under 40.
Okay.
You got an extra half a point.
Yeah, so
that helps.
So
that helps.
Yeah, I'll definitely take the under on this game.
Randy, what do you have on this?
I'm with Ben. I think that this game is definitely an under spot, but I'm going to take the under on the Cowboys. At it's 24.5 on DraftKings, minus 118 right now. I don't think they're going to need to score a lot. And both these defenses, the defense is the only way the Jets are going to stay in this game. The only way. Zach Wilson is straight trash. I mean, if the Jets defense gives up more than 2 touchdowns and a field goal, they're screwed. So they have to keep it low scoring. They have to keep it brutal. They have to play in the trenches. Yeah, I'm going to take the under on the Cowboys, 24.5. I mean, 3 touchdowns and a field goal. You need 4 touchdowns. I don't think they get there.
Michael?
Yeah, I like the under as well, but I also like the Jets to cover it, not plus 9.5. I mean, we're talking NFL teams, and honestly, the Jets are used to this. They had Zach Wilson all year last year. They know they're going to have to play even harder on defense. 9.5's a lot. I mean, I like the Jets to cover. That defense is nasty. I mean, Sauce Gardner will lock up CeeDee Lamb all day. I mean, CeeDee will get something, but it ain't going to be 100 yards plus. I mean, it might be 50, 40. So I like the Jets to cover it plus 9.5.
Is it stupid to think that the Jets should go get like a Trey Lance? Well, I mean, with that running game, Brees Hall looked pretty good Monday night. Just go get a running quarterback.
Jerry ain't giving up Trey Lance.
But there was talk of possibly even getting Stafford, trading for Stafford.
I mean, dare I say a Taylor Heineke with this offense would probably do fine. He's a little more mobile. All he's got to do is hit some receivers in the hands. Zach Wilson, I mean, I didn't really see much progress last night from what I saw last year. I mean,
no, yeah. I think a good trade target would be Jameis Winston, personally.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Cam wanted to come off the streets a couple of months ago. Can we get Cam in New York?
I don't know that he'd work well with that offense, to be honest with you. I mean, I think Jameis being able to sling it around to those receivers, man, that would
that
would be pretty good. Like, I like that trade option.
Yeah.
Me ring back in back on the Cowboys side, even with the 0 goose egg that they put up and the 40 points that they also put up on offense. Well, actually, it wasn't on offense because there was 2 defensive scores. Dak was 13 of 24 for only 143 yards and no touchdowns. I mean, and that was against the Giants defense that
was starting 2 rookie corners.
And I'm sure it was average. It wasn't great. I mean, if the Cowboys defense doesn't get and rattle Daniel Jones and that whole offense like they did and just shell shock them at the beginning of the game, that game is competitive and low scoring. You got the Jets defense, which is, like I said, did what they did to Josh Allen last night. This is going to be a defensive game, and I don't see where, like y'all said, I don't see where 9.5 could even be covered in this because it's going to be so tight and so contested and so low scoring. In my opinion.
By Dallas, you mean?
Well,
you
yeah, I mean, yeah.
They can win by 9.5, right?
I don't think they can cover 9.5.
Yeah.
No, not with.
I think the Jets keep it right there. I mean, this could be like a 17-10 type game, 17-14. Like,
it could be a 13-10, 16-10, something.
Yeah, for 9.5 in a game where you've got the Jets defense. I mean, the Jets.
We're still talking about Wander Franco. We're talking about the 10, 13, 16 range. Is that what we're talking about? Wander Franco still?
Yeah, you multiply by 2.
We got anything else on this game? We can talk about this game. This game actually might be one of the more interesting games in this time slate because the next game we're talking about is not good either.
What? Yeah.
Time slate?
Time slate?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Slot. Okay. Moving on. Commanders at Broncos. Can I get a Broncos country?
I'm riding. Let's ride.
Yeah, Dookie. Broncos are minus 3.5 at home. The total is the lowest on the board at 38.5.
Yep.
Randy, start us off with this one.
There used to be a chick on Twitter she had come up with this thing where she was going to draw a picture of Jimmy G every day until Jimmy G got traded. I'm going to kind of do the same thing with the Commanders. I'm going to pick against them until they change the damn name back to the Washington football team. I wasn't really feeling it at first. Now it kind of rubbed off on me. And now it's kind of like herpes, right? They rubbed off on me. Now I can't get rid of it. I just want them to go back to the football team. I'm going to take, let me get the Broncos. I want to tease the spread down if I can. I'm trying to see what the numbers are. I want the Broncos probably.
Minus 3.5 right now on FanDuel.
If you can get them like minus 1.5, I like that. Actually, yeah, let me tease it down to minus 1.5. I like that. You can lock that in. And then let me also get their team total over minus 20.5. Or I'm sorry, 20.5 at minus 116.
I got you. Yeah. Okay. Michael?
I like Broncos minus 3.5. Honestly, I mean, this is a Sean Payton Denver Broncos team now. Like offensively, I think they'll start doing better. And I mean, we're talking about the Washington Redskins, Commanders football team, whatever they are. I mean, Washington couldn't even cover against the Arizona Cardinals last week. So I'm going Broncos minus 3.5. I like it. I mean, the Denver has a stout defense. I mean, Commanders are not going to be able to move the ball on them. So, I mean, even if Denver scores 20, I mean, they'll probably still cover.
Is Chase Young one of the worst draft picks of all time?
He's right up there with Trey Lance.
Because he hasn't really played in years.
Yeah.
No, you take the first few games off, you let your team get out of playoff contention, then you come back.
Yeah. Ben, you have anything on this game, sir?
I'm going to go with the under. Well, I got 39.5 on the under. So.
I get 38.5 over here, but
I'm still going to go with the under. Yeah.
If you can get it 39.5, great. Lock it in now because
are you on like Central Time Zone or something?
No. Yeah. Let's see here.
Central Time Zone, so he gets 1 point difference.
Yeah. I got on FanDuel 39.5.
That's what I'm looking at too. On
if you can get 39.5, jump on that right now.
Yeah.
How does your FanDuel have extra points on everything?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm getting cheated here.
He's on the DFS side. He's not even on the betting side. He's just on the DFS
It's just
side.
an Excel spreadsheet. Just this right here.
Yeah, just this, that. Yeah.
He's
looking at like a wide receiver salary is 3,900.
Yeah, exactly.
I've got the under at 115. Yeah, under 115 on this game. No way they cover that.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
But anyway, so you're taking the under, okay?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Even at 38.
Even at 38. Yep.
Okay, even at 38. Let's go.
Hey, and that'll make it one of my lock-ins too.
There you go.
Like I said,
mean, the man was perfect last week in lock-ins. So yeah.
You send us a snapshot on that so we can record whatever the hell the under is on yours.
Well, no, I mean, I'll take whatever the under is on you guys that you have and go with.
No wonder he was 3 for 3. He's got 6 points each way in the game.
Give or take.
Yeah. He's got special odds. I mean, it's just how can we beat that? I mean, this is better odds, but he's got special odds.
I got special odds. Yeah.
We were going to move on unless y'all want to continue this game. I don't think there's anything to continue about. Sunday night, Dolphins at the Patriots. Patriots are +2, total 46.5. Michael, what do we have?
I got Dolphins covering -2. I really think the Patriots just caught Philly kind of letting their foot off the gas and came back into that game. I don't know, man. I don't see how they stop Miami. Like Tyreek Hill, Waddle. I mean, it's just a hard offense to stop. So I'm gonna go Miami -2. If you're really not sure, I could tease it and just do money line with Miami. I mean, you're not losing a whole lot by just going money line. So maybe you just do that. But I like Miami to win.
Randy?
I mean, Michael's talking about stuff making him hard. You know what was making me kind of soft on Saturday or on Sunday was I played in this tournament in DFS. I'm looking good. I was in first place. I think I was winning like 2,500. Tyreek Hill scores like a 76 billion yard touchdown. I fight my way back up to first place. Tyreek catches like a 65-yard pass. Get back into like third. Tyreek catches another touchdown that I don't even know how the hell he caught the ball because like Tua just like threw it right on his crotch and just stuck. Like I don't even know how he got it over the defender. It was nasty. I mean, Miami should cover in this game at -2. I think that's pretty much an easy bet. Mac Jones looked good in week 1. No chance he does it 2 weeks in a row. I mean, he's a pretty average quarterback at best. So, yeah, let me get Miami -2. I think that's a lock it in.
Ben, what's your take on this game?
I have the same. Miami -2. I mean, I just don't see the Patriots with the weapons to keep up with that Dolphins offense. So,
okay. Anything else on this game?
Yeah, that dog's tail looks really, really weird in Michael's picture the way it is right now.
Garden, man.
It looks like Peyronie's disease from the commercial, like bent carrot syndrome. You probably have that looked at.
We're going to move on to the Monday night slate. There's 2 games this week, 2 Monday night football games. The first one, Saints at Panthers, +3 for the Panthers, 40.5 point total. Michael, I'll let you lead us off since this is your Panthers team. What can we look forward to?
I'm going to be honest with you.
If anything.
I don't think we're going to win, which probably means we will win, because I went to this game last year thinking the Saints were going to beat the brakes off of us, and then somehow we beat them. I mean, it's at home. Like I said, I want to go Saints, but that probably means I'll be wrong and we'll win. I don't know. The Saints just look like a better team on paper. I mean, we've got some things to iron out. We got receivers hurt. Still trying to get on the same page. I'm going to go – I'd like to tease it down a little bit and at least go like Saints -1.5. I don't really like -3. At least get it down to 2.5, but I want to go Saints -1.5. I think they'll win. I don't want to do any locking or anything, though. No locking here.
I got you. Randy, what you got?
I think I'm going to roll with – I mean, I don't like this game at all, by the way. It's pretty terrible spot. I think I'm going to roll with Saints under 10.5 first half at -136. I mean, 3 scores essentially because I don't think they scored 2 touchdowns in the first half. If we're being honest, I mean, they might get a touchdown field goal, but
wait, what's the under for them?
10.5.
First half.
First half, 10.5?
Yeah. I just don't think they get there. On the road, Carolina's defense is probably the best aspect of their team. Derek Carr on the road is typically not great anyways. He's still getting worked in with this new offense. I know Olave looked really good, and then Michael Thomas had like spurts, but Michael Thomas playing 2 games in a row is kind of iffy. He's probably going to get that Aaron Rodgers about 4 snaps and I'm out. So, yeah, give me the under on the first half of the Saints, 10.5.
Rodgers technically had 5 snaps if you count the Achilles.
No, I'm pretty sure it was 4 and 3. Oh,
Yeah.
Because it snapped.
Yeah.
We'll explain it to you later.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Medical stuff, you know. So.
I got it. It almost went over my head, but I caught it. Ben, what do you have on this game? Saints, Panthers.
I'm going with Saints covered spread, like -3. Make sure we're all okay. Yep.
Not the special Fendel, no.
No special one. Yeah. I mean, Bryce Young by PFF was the worst rated quarterback of week 1.
Well, now,
just throwing that out
so he had negative because Rodgers had 0, right?
It says right here. I guess we have to have so many snaps.
Minimum of okay.
Yeah, I think minimum of like 50
I find it hard pressed to believe that Daniel Jones ranked higher than a quarterback who threw a touchdown pass not to the other team.
Yeah.
What was Daniel Jones rating?
I mean, Burrow was pretty bad.
It has to be 31st if it's not 32nd. I mean,
Daniel
Burrow was down there, I'm sure.
Yeah, how the hell does he rank as the worst graded quarterback? I mean, we got dudes that can't even get the ball in the end zone.
Josh Jobs had to be down there, but he was above some other people.
I mean, hell, even Josh Allen, he had 4 turnovers.
Kenny Pickett had 2 interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to tell y'all about Kenny Pickett. Y'all probably roll with that tape on there too. I don't think he's very good.
Hey, I was right there with you on that one.
I thought some people had some positives though about Pickett last week. And
I still think he does all right.
On the field.
He's better than Mac Jones.
I don't even know if I'd go that far. He can run a little better than Mac Jones.
Ben, get us back in this. What's this game like for you? You said you're good with the Saints covering?
Yeah, Saints covering. Yeah, -3.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Are you going to lock that one in, or are you just going to –
I'll lock it in.
Yeah, you're going to do anything to lock it in against Fuller, right?
You let you're about to, you're good next week, Randy. This is going to be the Carolina. I feel bad picking against him, but man, I just don't feel good about it. Which honestly, it's usually vice versa. Like if I feel good about it, we lose. If I don't feel good about it, we win. So we'll probably win, but on paper and the way I watched the last the games this week, I feel like the Saints will win.
Any more about this game, or shall we move on? Okay.
No.
With that, yeah, with all that pause, no, we're going to move on. Last game of the week 2 slate, the second Monday night game, Browns at Steelers. Speaking of Kenny Pickett, plus 2.5 for Pittsburgh at home. 39.5 is the total. Another low total. Randy, what can we figure out in this game? What can we bet in this game?
I mean, this game is nasty. Both these teams are going to play each other pretty difficult. I mean, again, another division game. They both know each other really well. Deshaun looked like an actual quarterback last week. I still think Kenny Pickett plays better than kind of what he put on tape for week 1. I don't love a whole lot about this game, but I'd probably take the over on the first half. It's 19.5. I think, if one of these teams can get 2 touchdowns, it's pretty much a guarantee to hit that. It's minus 120 over on FanDuel. On Ben's side, it's like 9.5 is the total. So if you can get it wherever he's at, go ahead and snag that.
Hey, I have to refresh it. That's why I got behind.
Ben, can you put the link in there for everybody to go to that one?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get a few bets off before we start changing his line.
Yeah.
But yeah, first half over, minus 120. Don't love it. Yeah.
Ben, what do you have on this game?
I'm actually going to take the Steelers on the money line. I got plus 115 from Caesars. So,
okay,
I think they're going to win the game. I think they're not as bad, as they seemed like they were last week, especially Kenny Pickett, and I don't think the Browns' defense necessarily as good as what it was against Burrow. I mean, I think that was just a rusty Burrow. So I'm going with Steelers.
What's a
Michael?
rusty Burrow? That sounds like some sort of innuendo or something.
I got that when I was in college.
But I think they have vaccines for that now, so
you're clear right up.
Yeah.
I actually still like the Browns in this to cover minus 2.5. I'm just not a big Kenny Pickett fan. I'm really just not. Like I think Watson will look better and better in this offense as the season goes. He's got some decent weapons. He's always got Nick Chubb. I think Cleveland's front seven's pretty solid. I mean, I don't know that their secondary is the greatest in the world, but I mean, hell, if they're in Kenny Pickett's face all game, it won't really matter. So I got Browns to cover minus 2.5.
I think that Watson, like 28, 29 women can attest. He does always have the Chubb.
Yeah, he's always got that in his pocket.
I think it was out of his pocket, but yeah.
Allegedly,
yeah. Hearsay.
Yeah.
Okay, we got anything on this game, gentlemen, to wrap it up, or are we going to go back and do the review real quick for the lock-in bets? Everybody gets their lock-ins. We ready to do that?
Let's get it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, this will help me build my parlay for everybody out there. And like I said last week,
go ahead. Hold on.
Whoa.
No, I'm just gonna gloss over. Go and pat yourself on the back. 576 parlay to start it off. Week 1.
Well, that's y'all though.
You put it together. Go ahead.
We had a couple locks that didn't lock.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess I had to avoid those. I guess, but there was only 2 of them.
For me, so yeah.
Y'all could have, and the weird thing is, and I'll be honest with the viewers out there too. I told y'all the parlay to put in. I wound up putting a different parlay in, slightly variation of it, and it hit. But then another parlay hit. I hit 3 parlays over the weekend with a variation of what y'all's lock bets were. So I didn't even put the actual parlay in it. Yeah, didn't even actually put the parlay in it. I said on this camera. So, but kudos to y'all again for doing the work, and that's all we can do is put in the work, see what we got, and make money. But we will venture up here to the Thursday night game, the Vikings and Eagles. Gentlemen, are we locking in anything on that game?
No, I'm not.
Was that a bunch of head shaking?
I don't think anybody's good on
That's
that.
tough. That's tough.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, short week for everybody. So we'll move on. Sunday, Packers, Falcons. I mean, y'all got anything locked in on that one? I sure do, but this is y'all show, so let's go ahead.
No,
I
I'm
don't
passing
have
on this.
No, what you got, Pinky?
No, yeah. What do you have?
If I'm locking anything, I'm locking in Packers money line. I mean, Packers are going to win this game. So we will move on though. Bears, no, yeah, Bears and Bucks.
Yeah.
Bears and Bucks.
I
Anybody
got
locking in that one?
locking the over at 41.5.
Lock it in the over. Okay,
I like it. I just don't think either team's gonna play good defense.
gotcha. Anyone else want to lock in a bet on this?
I don't like anything in the spot really either.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on to Seattle and Detroit.
I'm locking in Detroit minus 5.5.
Okay. Anybody else want to lock in anything?
Do you have any Seahawks anything, Randy? You usually like the Seahawks.
Nah, not in this spot.
Okay. Maybe in the next game.
Yeah, I mean, I might look at them when we go to the Raiders.
Yeah.
Bill.
Raiders and Bills. Anybody locking in anything on this one?
Nope.
I'll take the under on 47. Was it 47 or 47.5? One of those two.
It's 47.
It's 47.
Ben, what's yours is only 47?
I'll take the under. Vegas traveling across to Buffalo. Buffalo's already going to be pissed. Yeah, I'll take the under.
Chargers at Titans. Anything we got on this, gentleman, to lock in?
Chargers money line, lock it up.
I'm actually locking the Chargers to cover -3.
Ben, you got anything to lock, or you're good?
I'll have Chargers to cover -3. Yeah, locking it in.
Well, I hope this doesn't backfire next week. That's three locks.
Yeah. So we all on the Chargers, huh? Okay.
Yep.
Moving on. Ravens and Bengals. What y'all got? Anything to lock it in? Or
Pass.
No.
pass on this? Okay. Colts, Texans. Anything we can lock?
The only thing I want to lock here is just to stay out of this game. Like I wouldn't even get involved.
Let me get the lock on the under. Was it 21.5 for Indianapolis point total? I don't think they get there.
Okay.
I'm not sure either one gets there.
Yeah, that's a lot of points in this game. And like this game's going to run fast because both teams run a lot. Yeah, I don't like it.
Chiefs, Jaguars. Anything we're locking in, gentlemen?
I'm locking in KC -3.
I'll take the lock in KC money line.
Man,
I just don't do the -3 because of Kelsey. If I had the Kelsey news, I'd do the 3.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
okay. I want that caveat on mine too.
Yeah.
Okay.
With Kelsey -3, without Kelsey money line.
Yeah, I'm with you guys on that one. Same. So
49ers and Rams. Anybody lock it in? Anything?
Nah, I mean that's a lot of points to get with the
Yeah.
Rams, but I think I'm good on it.
Michael, you good?
Yeah, I'm good. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Giants, Cardinals. Anybody lock it in? Anything on this game?
No, just to stay out of it.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty.
Everybody loses in this game, I promise.
Jets and Cowboys. Anybody lock it in? Anything on this game?
I'll take the under on 24.5 for Dallas. Lock it in.
I like the Jets to cover at +9.5. I mean that's just a lot of points for that defense.
I think it's a low scoring game, so like 9.5 is tough to cover for a game that I don't really even see getting 40.
So I want to put Jets +9.5 for me. I think they cover that.
I mean, Ben's got him at like 13.5, so you can probably get it over there.
Well, if I can get 13,
No, I'm gonna go with the under total under 40. So
Actually, you know what? Switch me, tease that up to +10.5. I feel really good about +10.5.
Okay. Commanders, Broncos. We got anything on that?
yeah, we got my under 38.5.
Are you riding?
Yeah.
I'll take Broncos money line, but it's not a good number. I mean, it's minus 180, but I still think they win.
Yeah, I don't want to lock anything in. I think they win, but I don't know. Maybe the Commanders bring back some like old school players, help them win or something.
Dolphins, Patriots. We got anything on that to lock?
Nope.
I'm gonna pass.
Yeah. No.
Saints, Panthers. Anything we locking in on that one? I believe we do have a lock, at least one.
No, I actually don't think you do.
Yeah, I do from this guy below me.
Yeah.
Wait, this guy blowing you?
Below.
This guy blowing you?
Below you.
Below.
You like it's wrong in so many different ways.
So many ways.
That's your brother, man.
I know.
Are we streaming from Alabama now?
Ben,
I'm
are you
taking the Saints -3.
locking it in, right?
Yep, locking it in.
Just to lock it in Michael's face, right? Basically.
That's fine. Can we track how wrong I am about my team all year?
Yeah.
I'm currently 0-1 on picking the right outcome for my team. So I picked the Saints to win, so I'm sure I'll be 0-2 after this week.
Last game, Browns, Steelers. What do we have? Anything to lock in?
How many locks do I have so far?
At least 3.
I don't know. I've got 4.
Is it not on the sheet in front of you?
I did not write them down. I am going through.
Yeah, it looks like you've been writing this whole time.
Yeah.
No. The video will do its thing, and yeah. So
I think I did like 5 already, so I think I'm gonna
I
pass.
think
off
I did
somebody
too.
else.
Yes, I'm
I've done
passing.
4, so I'm good too.
okay.
What are you writing then?
No, I'm typing it in. I'm typing it in FanDuel and picking the 3 I want to put in a parlay.
Oh, I
That's all I'm
got
doing.
you.
Okay.
I am listening and trying to.
It's not going to be a single lock we had. It's going to be just something random.
It's gonna be a random. Yeah.
Looks like you were looking for something down there the whole time. Like
Yeah.
maybe it's like
No.
micro. You need like magnifying glass to find it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's going to be like, can you pick it to be good?
Yeah. Do you have a mini buy down there? You know that we know about?
No, I do not have anything.
I'd say point the camera and prove it, but I'm afraid you're not wearing pants right now.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, let's get a hand check. Let's get a hand check going.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, it's on one hand.
Oh,
It's on one hand.
oh God. He actually just had one hand around his phone like this. He was just...
I think he's Brock hard right now.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, how are you going to root for the Vikings and then wear a Brock Purdy jersey?
Yeah.
Sure.
Hey, because he looks so good, and I have it, and he made me money last year, so.
Yeah, I'll probably just be wearing my Patrick Mahomes shirt next week. Yeah.
Is that a medium? What size is that?
Yeah.
It's a medium, yes.
So
Okay.
it makes it look like a real life bobblehead.
For the parlay of this week, we might have bobbleheads before this thing is over with. You never know. We all 4 may have a collection. We are going to take, for our 3-leg parlay this week, week 2, we're going to take the under on the Vegas Buffalo game at under 47. We're going to take under 39.5 on the total points in the Jets Cowboys game. And we're going to take the Chargers at -3. That is your parlay. Plus 567. Go out there, put it in there. It's basically the same thing we did last week. I think it was plus 576 or plus 567?
It's 576.
576.
Yeah. So it's slightly tweaked a little bit, but
Can I
you
throw a
put that on
suggestion
there.
out there? I know it's your parlay. Can I throw one out?
Yeah. Yes.
You might want to go 2.5 on that Chargers game because they can't ever. I'd get underneath that field goal. Just my thoughts.
For those at home, I would probably do that as well. I'm probably going to do that. Right now, I can't. FanDuel doesn't have those adjusted, where you can tease down right now. At least
we are
online.
recording this on a Tuesday night, so we don't have a lot of access to lines right now.
I would imagine the odds aren't going to be much worse, though. You're probably still at 540 or something like that, even.
You might lose $5 or something.
But if you push that game, you lose the leg.
Yeah,
then it goes down to a 2-leg. Yeah,
I agree on the parlay. Definitely 2.5 is a lot safer. I still like it if you're just straight betting it at -3, but parlay wise, there's no use risking the whole thing to only gain a few bucks. So.
No.
So to revise it, under 47 on the Giants, or excuse me, the Raiders and Bills, under 39.5 on the Jets and the Cowboys, and Chargers minus 2.5 for the game against Tennessee. That is your parlay of the week. Any final thoughts, gentlemen, before we head out?
No, I'm gonna stay right here.
All right, you're going to stay at your house? Okay, and you're going to stay there? All right, cool. With that being said, gentlemen, it's been a pleasure as always. Good luck this weekend. Good luck to everyone out there. Go to YouTube, watch the video, like, subscribe, share, do what it takes. Make yourselves some money, and we'll see you next week. We out.
I'm Brock Hart.